Hello, I'm Elizabeth Cotter, and today I'm going to talk to you about English language learners. Teachers need to engage in culturally responsive teaching. This is teaching in which the teacher respects the culture, diversity, and values all people. Cultural influences on teaching and learning are the background, the history, and the community beliefs that students and teachers bring with them into the classroom. Each person is formed by their culture and heritage. These influence interactions with other people. For some cultures, the teacher is considered with such honor that out of respect, the parents are reluctant to interact with the teacher. In contrast, in the United States, teacher-parent collaboration is expected and valued. Cultural competence is the ability to interact respectfully with all members of various cultures. Teachers who teach English learners need to have cultural competence. When teachers value their students and have high expectations for them, students perform better academically. Teachers can integrate the cultural values and beliefs of their English learners into teaching. According to Will and Najaro 2022, culturally responsive teaching means using students' customs, characteristics, experience, and perspectives as tools for better classroom instruction. The class can read and listen to stories from various cultures. The students can learn about the customs of other students in the class. In history class, when discussing historical events, perspectives from diverse views should be included and not just a single narrative or point of view. A teacher needs to be understanding that a student's culture can affect how the student interacts with the teacher. For some cultures, looking a person in the eyes can be a sign of defiance. Without cultural awareness, the teacher may think that the student is being disrespectful by not making eye contact. In reality, according to the norms of their culture, the student is showing the teacher respect by not making direct eye contact with the teacher. Having an inclusive school and classroom environments can have a significant effect on language acquisition. First of all, students need to feel welcomed. They have to know and feel like they are wanted as an integral and important part of the school. In the classroom, English learners need to feel safe. If they feel safe, they will be willing to take the risks involved in learning English. They will be able to work on pronunciation and other aspects of learning English. One way that the teacher can foster this is by letting students know that it is okay to make mistakes. Students need to believe that mistakes are a way to learn and not anything to be ashamed of. Various cultures should be reflected in the curriculum. The students should be able to see themselves and their cultures represented in the literature, music, and art that is studied in the school. In addition, for math and science classes, the contributions to these disciplines from various cultures should be taught. Visuals for learning, pictures, and posters in the school and the classroom need to depict the diversity of the people of the world. The classroom library and the school library need to have books that include authors from many cultures and backgrounds and books in a variety of languages. Students need to have resources available to have the choice to read books in their home language. Teachers need to take an asset-based approach when working with English language learners. Teachers can utilize students' prior knowledge of their home language to help them learn English. They can discuss with the students what is similar and different about the languages. The teachers can support learning by providing visuals with the English word and the word in the student's home language, because the students already have the knowledge and the words in their home language. Teachers also need to be cognizant of the cultural assets that students have. Teachers need to value their students' cultures. They can do this by encouraging students to share about their culture. They can share family history and cultural traditions with the class. They could teach the class words in their home language. Teachers of English language learners need to provide them with the support that they need in order to be successful in school. One way to do this is to provide students with multiple ways that they can learn the material, including video, audio, and books. Students should be able to show their learning through various methods, including art or drawing, writing, presenting a skit, creating a dance, etc. This enables learners to have voice and choice and access learning through a means with which they are comfortable. For English learners with special needs, teachers need to ensure that they are receiving the accommodations and modifications listed in their individualized education programs. These students need to be provided with the supports they need to access the general education curriculum. This may be extended time for assignments or reduced assignments. To meet the social and emotional needs of English learners, teachers can help them learn the vocabulary of feelings. They can help the students learn about emotions. Teachers can provide students with resources to handle stress or difficulties. For students who have experienced trauma, teachers need to take a trauma-informed approach. They need to assist the student in utilizing the school's resources. For instance, the student may benefit from meeting with a counselor. To create a welcoming and inclusive classroom, teachers need to know their students' social, emotional, and cultural needs. All students need to feel safe. Before they can even begin to learn, students need the assurance that they are in a safe place. Students need to know that the teacher respects and values them and their cultures. They need to have a positive relationship with the teacher. Also, students need a predictable routine. The funds of knowledge that a student has can make a positive impact in learning English. English language learners already have the ability to speak a language. Also, they may know how to read and write their home language. The abilities to speak, read, and write a home language provide them with the basis for learning English. They already know that letters represent sounds and can be put together to create words. To access resources in the community could hold a World's Fair that could be hosted at one of the schools. People could share their music, traditions, stories, and food from their cultures. The school could also host a literature night. For this activity, people could share stories or poems from their culture. To effectively engage families, schools need to have all homeschool communications translated into the family's preferred language. Schools need to survey families and find out what days and times work best for them to attend school events. This might require flexibility in scheduling on the school's part to enable families to participate. Also, the school needs to provide translators as needed for the families so they can be included. Educators need to value all forms of communication from all the families they serve.